really drive that revitalization.
And with school back in session, it means it's time for students to hit the books. But as reporter Casey Corrigan discovered, the summer break didn't mean a break from summer reading.
It was a beautiful day, so Ned Vizzini and I took a walk in Fort Greene Park to find out what you're reading.
Okay.
We hit a book lover's jackpot with
this
these teens here for
this is
summer
my book.
camp.
Yeah, it's called Be More Chill, and I wrote it. It's the story of a kid in high school who gets a pill that makes him cool, and the pill is called a squip, which I also have
Be
here.
More Chill is Ned's second
Squip.
book. It's published by
And,
Miramax Books and will soon be a
Thanks
movie.
a lot. So do you guys, anyone here read anything, you know, as opposed to what they just make you do in school?
I read.
You're not supposed to judge a
like
book by its
across the
cover,
street from
but
it?
I just can't help judging a person by the books they read.
The book I just read was called The Life of Pi.
Oh, cool.
It was great. And it was about an Indian boy who gets lost at sea. With a tiger, a chimpanzee, a jackal, and all these weird animals, and he has to find out how to survive, and it was awesome.
My two favorite books are Choke by Chuck Palahniuk and The Red Tent by Anita Damon. Both of those books really make me think a lot about life, about philosophy, just so many things. And they also, both of them disturb me, but in totally different ways.
Right now, I have to read the Poisonwood Bible for my AP Literature class. And but my favorite book is Speak, which is very different. Speak is about a book about a girl who's entering her first year of high school and she's being completely ostracized. It's really smart, she's very sarcastic, and it's really relatable.
My two favorite books that I've read so far is Running with Scissors and A Lesson Before Dying. Running for Scissors is just quirky. Like, it's kind of about this boy who gets sold, well, not sold, but he's adopted by his mother's psychiatrist and lives in a house with just a bunch of different personalities, and it's like 7 kids, and he turns out being a homosexual, and it just talks about his life. It's his real story.
Well, I just finished Angels and Demons. Like, I just finished all the Dan Brown books, Digital Fortress and Da Vinci Code.
Anyone read Harry Potter?
Oh, I love Harry Potter.
I love Harry
Potter.
Yeah, you read them all?
I do. And right now I'm working on The Shadow of the Wind.
Oh.
It's a good book. I think it's by a Russian author. It takes place in Barcelona.
So what are you reading right now?
Right now I'm reading Grapes of Wrath for School by John Steinbeck. And at first when I started reading it, I thought it was going to be really, really, really boring. But it's actually not so bad.
I like funny books, like comedies and stuff. Like there's these books that I just read. It's a series by a British author, and her name is Louise Renison, and she wrote, the first one is Angus Thongs and Full Frontal Snogging. It's hilarious. I was laughing out loud.
It's nice to see with their New York Times best-selling reading taste, these teens were equally impressed with Ned and his book. Ned says the New York press inspired him to write. In fact, that's where he got his feet wet writing, when he was still attending Stuyvesant High School.
When I started writing, I was a teenager and I wrote about my life. And so I sort of fell into writing for teenagers. I found tremendous rewards in writing for young people, speaking at schools, getting emails that say, "You've inspired me to be a writer," getting emails that say, "I read your book and I wrote a book and I'm 13 and my book is better than yours."
Ned is now 24 years old. He lives in Park Slope.
Frankly, I think when we look back on early 21st century American literature, Park Slope might be a real hotbed of it because there are so many amazing writers in the area. Specifically in Park Slope, one author that I relate to and enjoy immensely, and I think he's a genius, is Jonathan Safran Foer. He's 25 years old and he published an acclaimed book and it went on to become a bestseller.
Everything is Illuminated?
Everything is Illuminated is the name of the book. I just finished reading a book called A Million Little Pieces by a gentleman by the name of James Fry. James Fry, the main character, the author, wakes up in a plane. His front 4 teeth have been knocked out. His shirt is covered in snot and vomit and blood, and he has been on a crack binge for 3 months, and he's been blacking out for 3 years, and he's been an alcoholic since he was 13, and he doesn't know how he got on the plane, and when he gets off the plane, his parents are right there, and they pick him up and cart him off to rehab.
What is your all-time favorite book?
You know, what is your all-time favorite book? It's a question that when you ask people, I think people are less willing to answer it than they are favorite movie because they think it makes them feel a little childish, you know.
So what is your all-time favorite book?
No, I don't mind. I'll give it to you. It may change. People give me a lot of heat for it. I still think Jurassic Park is a great American novel. I'm sorry.
I guess judging a person by his book is dangerous business. To learn more about Ned Vizzini and his book, just Google SQUIP, S-Q-U-I-P. In Fort Greene Park, I'm Casey Corrigan for Brooklyn Review.
Sound trucks, steel drums, masquerades, and food. Put it all together and it becomes one of the largest parades